Hello and welcome to Sunny Side Up. Just kidding, I don't have an English accent. Today we're going to be making chicken adobo, and I'm going to make it with sticky rice because my children love sticky rice. And the chicken adobo is really easy. It's pretty much everything that you have in your kitchen. Alright, so first we're going to start off with the sticky rice because it takes usually takes about 15 minutes, but because I do 2 cups because my kids love this stuff, I make 2 cups, which takes around 35 to 40 minutes. I'm going to start off with filling up our little tin here. I don't measure a lot, so I'm going to show you how I measure this. I'm going to go up, I'm going to have the water going until about right here, up to my top here. So put it in, put the water in, keep going, keep going. I'm going to put my finger in there. As soon as the water hits about right here, that's when I'm going to stop. Because once you put the basket in there, the basket cannot hit the water, okay? This is not a hat. It's for rice. Let's see, we're almost there. Just a little bit more, and about right there. Okay. All right, so we're gonna put this on the stove. Now you want it on a little bit high so that way it can come to a boil. Once it's come to a boil, then we're gonna put the rice on top of it. Okay, now we have the water boiling in the pot, so it's ready. Then we're gonna go ahead and start the rice. All right, so I started off with soaking the rice overnight. Okay, it's been in here since yesterday, so I'm going to drain it. In which I bought this and the kettle online. It was only like 30 bucks. That's plus shipping, so not too bad. And just drain it out. Doesn't have to be perfectly drained. Okay. Then I'm going to put the rice in here. All right. See, I got the rice in there, nice and pretty. I'm going to move it to the boiling water. So we're going to set it here. Water's boiling. It's not touching the basket. The water is not touching the basket. And then we're going to turn down just a little bit to about medium, a little under medium. Still boiling, has a rolling simmer. So what I'm going to do next is get a wet cloth. Okay? I know it's Christmas. It's not Christmas. You're gonna wet it, wring it out, and then you're going to put it on top of the rice, like this. Okay? Then, I'm going to get a lid. Set that like so. Then I'm going to set the timer for about 35 minutes. If you're only doing about a cup, you only need about 15 to 20 minutes. But I'm doing 2 cups, so I'm about to do about 35 to 40 minutes. I'll keep checking on it. All right, we're going to start off with 4 bay leaves. Got 4 bay leaves here. Okay. And then garlic as well. I use this as a garbage. It's called my GB, thanks to Rachel Ray. She showed me how. Not personally, but I watch her videos. So, about 3/4 cup of garlic. You always want to start off with a sharp knife. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Every time you use your knife, you want to start off with a sharp knife. So you'll have to sharpen it every day. Okay? Always rinse it off because you have little tiny molecules of steel on there. All right. I'm going to get my 3rd cup out. Okay? Just pound it with your palm. It opens it up. Put it on there, pound it. You're not going to cut yourself because you're not going like this. You're just sitting on there, pound it. Woo! Runaway fruity. Pound it. Pound it. So it removes the shell. See how easy that is? Put it in your garbage. How easy that is. Comes out really easy. See? Some of them are little buggers. There we go. So you're gonna do a whole lemon and then a little bit of lemon zest. This is the zester side. This is the big cheese side. Well, this is a zester as well, but I prefer to use this one. And it just takes, not a lot, just takes a little bit. I make sure I wash my lemon. You wanna make sure you wash all vegetables and fruits before you use them. Okay. Green onion and cilantro for garnish. I'm cutting it like at a little angle just so it looks pretty. Okay, it's about halfway the time, so I'm going to check on my rice. Be very, very, very careful because look at all this steam. Putting your hand in there can burn it, so just be very careful when you're doing it. So I'm lifting that up, putting it to the side. A lot of heat came out, so just being careful. I'm just gonna go down almost all the way and flip it just a little bit. Just rotate it just a little bit. That way it all gets in there. Okay, just, ooh, see, that is very, very, very hot. Okay, please be careful. Do not stick your face in there. Okay, I'm gonna put this back on because it's not quite ready yet. Put that on there, put the lid back on. Okay, got about 14 more minutes. So the next garnish is cilantro. Whenever you're garnishing with cilantro, I like to leave a little bit of the stem on so it looks really pretty when you put it on. And then you can take some of that off as well. Just have a variety of different sizes, different everything here. So I got a couple long ones, a couple small ones. A couple long ones, a couple small ones. Just do a couple, you don't need a lot. It's just for garnish and a little bit of flavor. I like cilantro with my adobo. Oh, that one looks kind of sad. Put it back in the water. Oh, this looks like a young root here. All right. All right, so I poured 3/4 cup of soy sauce. Okay. And 3 tablespoons of sugar. Azúcar! Okay. And a lemon. Or you can use a lime, but I did lemon because I have fresh lemons from my tree. And then some of the zest goes in there. Like so. And then some garlic. I did 1/3 cup of fresh garlic, minced garlic. Every bit in there. And then I did a 1/2 cup of chicken broth. Now you can use water or you can use sake. I unfortunately do not have any sake. Wish I did. But I used a 1/2 cup of broth. Okay. Put that in there. And, oops, this is white vinegar. I used a 1/2 cup of white vinegar. So far, out of all the vinegars that I've ever tried using, the white vinegar seems to be the best, taste-wise. Okay. And then I have fish sauce here, about 1 tablespoon of fish sauce. Ooh, smell that fish sauce. Put that in there. And then black pepper. Now black pepper is to taste, however much black pepper. I like pepper. I'm gonna get a little thicker grind here. There we go. And just go away with that. Get it. I like black pepper a lot, especially fresh black pepper. Okay. All right. Then we're going to get this. Whisk all that up. I'm gonna get that sugar off the bottom. Kind of melt it in there. And then throw your bay leaves in. That was 4 bay leaves. Okay. I like to put the bay leaves in last because I don't want to get it all crumbled up in here. There we go. Now, normally you'll want to do this the day before and you want to soak your chicken inside this. So you can get like a Tupperware or a bag, a Ziploc bag, and pour this with your chicken or whatever protein that you decide. You can do it with shrimp. You can do shrimp adobo. That'd be good too. But usually we have chicken on hand. Usually most people have chicken on hand. So all these things you pretty much have in your house. Usually you have garlic. You usually have bay leaves. Most houses have soy sauce, chicken broth, sugar. You have pepper. It doesn't have to be fresh. And you usually have cilantro or some type of onion. Okay. All right, that's about good right there. It's been about 35 minutes, so we're gonna check our rice. Please be very, very careful when you're doing this because you will burn your hands, okay? After that. Ooh, okay. Now, we're gonna check it. It is done here. See the consistency? Ooh, it's very, 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 very hot. Consistency here. It's really nice. Make into a little ball. Okay. Gonna try it. Yes. Perfect. All done. I'm going to put it back on. Turn the fire off. I'm gonna let it sit for a while until dinner's ready. I'm going to rinse off my protein. Okay. So your protein's nice and rinsed. Got this at Costco like a long time ago. I love it. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna put some olive oil in here in my Dutch oven. I love Dutch ovens. Anywho, put our chicken. Ooh, hear that sizzle. Yeah, it's a sizzling. Nice. Nice. Oh, just gotta laugh sometimes, huh? So you want to do about 4 pounds of your protein. I like using these little guys here. They're from Costco. They come frozen. This is good for like, especially times like this because we are going through this whole quarantine coronavirus thing. So they hold up in your freezer for a long time. So it's good to have these in little hard times like this. I'm gonna flavor the chicken just a little bit because when it's cooking, you do want to put a little bit of flavor in it. Although the adobo sauce has a lot of salt, so just be careful with that you don't add too much salt because it already has a lot of soy sauce. So I'm putting a little bit of pepper and then just a little bit of salt. Okay, just a little bit because it has a lot already. But you do want to flavor your meat. Okay. Now I'm going to get one of my, I love this holder. My cousin made it for me. He lives in Montana right now. He used to live here in California. Him and his wife, Marianne. A little shout out to my cuz. He does amazing work. He did this by hand. I freaking love it. I miss them, so I'm gonna stop talking about them before I cry because we don't live here anymore. But also, yeah, my cousin Marianne, his wife, is an amazing cook. She's taught me a lot. Everything she makes is so good. But she doesn't live here anymore. She lives in good old Montana. Love it.
With the moose.
With the mooses. My kids love the mooses. Is that how you say it? Mooses? Moosies? Moosas. All the mooses. Okay, so the chicken's not quite done yet, but that's okay because it doesn't need to be fully cooked because we're gonna add the sauce to it and it's gonna have to cook for another 20 to 30 minutes. So all those ingredients that we had put in there, mix it up. Now we're gonna put it in. Okay. Now we're gonna let it simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes. Be careful if you're using a Dutch oven not to have it too hot because you don't want to burn it. They're kind of delicate in a sense, but also very sturdy. I love Dutch ovens. No point intended. I'm gonna cover it, let it simmer. I'm gonna set my timer because I'm a forgetful person. And I'm having a cocktail right now at the same time, so I don't want to forget. I'm gonna do 25 minutes first. Check on it, see how it looks. Probably like about 10 minutes I'll check on it. And then about 30 minutes later, it'll be ready and I'll show you what it looks like once again. In about 30 minutes, as you can see, it's boiling, so it's ready. Let me turn that off. Look how beautiful that looks. Okay, now it's time to serve. So when you plate it, even though you're just eating at home, you're just feeding your regular old family, you still want to make it look presentable. That's the fun in it, okay? You don't have to be at a fancy restaurant to be fancy. Okay, look at this beautiful rice. Take a little chunk of that. Okay, beautiful. Does anybody remember Yang Can Cook when you were a kid? Oh, look at this. This is so good. Look at this. Oh, put a little sauce on it. It's funny, huh? All right. I'm gonna throw a little bit of green onion on the top. And then your cilantro. Make it look pretty. Oh, look at this. Yes, so good. Okay. Plate number 2. I always find that using white plates are better because it presents your food a lot better, it stands out. Sometimes when you have plates that have a lot of detail and stuff on it, it doesn't present your food as great. I think the white plates make it pop. Okay. And if you find that your sauce is a little too thin, sometimes I'll add a little bit of cornstarch. And I'll put the cornstarch in a bowl and I'll add a little bit of the sauce and just mix it and throw the cornstarch back in because you want to take all the lumps out first. But that's only if you want it thick. If you like it thinner the way it is, then that's fine. It's completely fine. Okay. Add a little bit of cilantro here. Make it look pretty. If you want to be fancy, just come over here and scrape up those sides so it looks very, very, very beautiful. Okay. Oh, look at this. There you go, my friend. And now for me. I like it too. Love the sticky rice. So good. Put that back up there like that so that way your rice does not dry out. Okay. Some for me. My plate's gonna be a little smaller because I cannot eat a lot like that, even though it don't look like I eat a lot. Obviously. Some shallots. Make it look pretty. You can also put some sesame seeds on there. Sesame as well. Puts a little toast to it. Let's see if my friends want some too. Friend, would you like some sesame?
Yes, thank you.
Beautiful. Friend, would you like some sesame? Just a bam! Here's my chicken adobo. Keep in mind, I am not a chef. I just do look up little stuff on Pinterest, and I like to feed my family and friends. Let's see, let's taste this. Put it in the sauce. Mmm. So good. Mmm. Fun.